We are locked and loaded. Whole box full of parts to get done. My the forks, suspension, camera stuff. We're good. Alright, what's up YouTube? So finally today we are getting all these parts vapor honed, going through the process, showing you guys the before and after, and finally, all this talk of vapor hone, vapor hone, vapor hone, you're finally going to see what it's going to look like, and we'll go from there.
It's either going to go one of two ways. It's either going to go out that way.
I think it goes. It's in there. It's not coming out. That thing does not want to come out. Get it? Oh, beautiful.
About 500 cans of this.
Oh, I'd imagine.
Hold it. Smaller hole.
Good to go?
I think we're good to go. Really weird sensation compared to the dry cabinet face.
Yeah. But
It's kind of like that, except it's got a bunch of like powdery stuff all over.
Here we go.
It's not dusty, but yet it's like...
Yeah.
A lot of spots you just got to put it in there and just kind of... Then you know where it's going. The advantage is with it being in a water setup like this, it doesn't actually take any material off. The water actually acts as kind of like a barrier.
So it's really taking off material, but it's like...
You've got to be
it'll be
patient.
worth it though.
Oh, absolutely.
The whole before and after.
I mean, to do like the full process of this thing is probably... You just gotta kind of go real slow. Yeah, sometimes there's certain spots you just gotta blast at and just stand back and be like, I know I'm getting it. I can't see it, but I know I am. That last step process definitely takes a while though. Just because the lower pressure, it takes so long to do anything. I mean, you can even go a step further than this. It doesn't drain the compressor as fast. You can actually take Scotch-Brite or like steel wool or SOS pads, and you can actually go over top of this and it shines up really fast. Like Blake's cases are actually done like words to get it even shinier, and it only took maybe half an hour. It was pretty much just put it in the sink and just scrub on it for a couple minutes.
Good as
and they were like super, well, no. Much better than new. I mean, though, it's like a common saying. Everybody's like, oh, it looks like new. No. But that's just what you say. You know, it's not like you wouldn't think to say, listen, I had to pull the left glove because they were leaking. It just gets glass bead caught in between them and then it starts to leak. So like there's not very good lighting over here, but you get the idea.
A little sneak peek.
Definitely tell that the there's a little bit of pitting.
Yeah.
Going on with the age of it. It's not surprising.
Just look at how
look at the dirt and grime compared to that clean.
Even doing like the gasket surfaces and everything, it doesn't scratch them up or anything. Even the studs.
That's crazy. That looks so good.
It fights a little bit to pull paint off, but this is just rattle can paint, so
yeah,
I'm taking it off.
It came off in the wash tank when I did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, most of it. But
yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
That right there. I would never, nobody would ever be able to get this off without using that. You know, to get it to look like that.
You can use a dry. Indentations are definitely like some corrosion that's going on, but there's nothing you can do about that.
I mean, as long as they look better than this Grum and Grime, I'm happy with it.
Oh,
you know?
They'll definitely look better than that. The cylinder will clean up real nice. Yeah. like I said before, I've gotten this finished before without this machine. It just took 3 times longer. Really gotta look like my left eye is really up right now. Oh, I noticed it's really dark right here. New?
Thing looks good.
And I took and scrubbed it up.
So it's got a fresh rebuild on it?
6 hours.
It's fresh, right?
Yeah, the cylinder's new, head's actually new, because the head was junk.
Yeah.
Crank bearings, piston, bearings and transmission, I think.
It looks so good.
Like I said, I still have to clean this up, but it would have been so much nicer to have this looking like the whole thing like this to put in there right now, but
still.
And the worst part is
even if you put it in like
he wrote
this.
it 3 times after I gave it. Definitely helped. I mean, especially if you got a revalve. Just like there's a stabilizer on here, it feels the same. But look at that brake tip.
So here are some of the parts that are gonna, the before and after. This is a bike that's already kind of done, or had some of the vapor honing already done to all these parts. As you can see, these things are spotless. So for all the people that said it's not gonna come out clean, well, look at these parts. Just picture the bike, all the parts I took off being replaced with parts like this. So these things, way better than brand new. This carb, this thing is so, I wish you could have seen like the before and after from this, but you'll see it on my bike if you just look at the carb. So this is the same carb. So right there, it's pretty much better than new. Like if you look at, I'll show you a brand new bike and then I'll compare it to something like this over on the other side of the shop. But for the most part, it's 100% shinier than coming off the showroom floor. So I'll bring this over to the other side. I'll show you guys compared to a brand new bike. Looking at the difference from the frame from a brand new bike compared to the carb, that is 100% shinier than brand new. Here's another little comparison if my camera will focus on it, but here's some stuff. This is off the YZ125 or Blake's, right? Yeah. Or can't just do the frame and not do every other part. If you do just the frame and not other part, it's gotta look all whack. And if you start to do vapor hone one thing, the rest of the stuff have to get vapor honed because it's not gonna look right. But this stuff looks way better than new. Post your comment down below what you think of this right here, along with the frame and everything else I've shown you, but really can't deny that it looks better. 2 brand new 250, 450 CRFs changed up to the white plastics and whatnot, but these things are brand new, so sick. Here's the motor out of that YZ125 over there. Still gonna clean it up a little bit more if my camera would focus, but for the most part, I mean, this is pretty much what my motor's gonna look like. Probably a little bit cleaner than this because this was ridden for I think 6 hours, you said, but yeah, this thing is spotless too. Still gonna touch this up so it's gonna look even better than this. Here's a little side by side before it got vapor honed and then it being vapor honed. Frame is literally like chrome. You could, if shine it up a little bit more, you could almost see yourself in it. This thing is so spotless. Axles and everything all cleaned up, brand new. This bike, how many hours were on this, you think?
Between 350 and 400.
350 and 400 hours on this bike. Still are, but like what it still looks like after having that many. Alright, so what I'm gonna do as far as the rear shock is gonna clean that up. I'm gonna get the rear spring powder coated black, along with I'm gonna get the frame powder coated black. I'm not gonna do the OEM silver like I thought, because black's easier. Black will come out and look better, I think, overall. And I don't know, I've just seen a lot of these with black frames, so I think I'm going black with the frame. And then as far as all these other parts, I'm not using the carb. He's probably going to clean that up anyway. I might put that on the all-one. And then, yeah, normal cases. As you can see right there from the vapor honing that he's done so far, those things look really good. And it'll be a little bit shinier than that. He said he's going to go like a little finer and like slower with it. I don't really know, but it'll definitely look a lot better. Along with all the rubber he can do, all plastic stuff. So the Reed boot, whatever you want to call it, cleaned up nice. You can do all the brake lines, all little thin rubber like this for the throttle. What else? He's gonna do these little plastic pieces that holds the brake line down. He can do all that. The other one's on the swing arm. He's gonna blast the swing arm too and it's kind of has like a paint on it, so he's gonna get that down to the raw aluminum, so that'll look a lot better. Because as you can see from when I used the pad on there, it kind of scraped off more on the edges, and I'm not really happy with the look. I want it to look all the same, whatever you want to call it. So, but yeah, other than that, he's gonna do the whole boot, radiators, all the other stuff that I had cleaned yesterday. He's gonna redo, get it all nice and clean, and get rid of those like edging marks or the lines from the Scotch-Brite wheel. skid plate that was on there. He's gonna do that just so I have some skid plate. Because it came with the bike, I might as well use it. That other bearing out for me and this other bearing, so I'll be all set there to put the new bearings in when it comes time when this is done. Over here I brought, these are my 2010 KX125 forks that I got on eBay. He's gonna blast off the clamps, just get them to raw aluminum, take off this anodizing, because it is chipped a little bit there. I'm not really happy with that, so he's gonna blast it. He can blast the triple clamps. I don't know if I wanna do the triple clamps and comment below what you think, if I should leave them black or get them blasted and have, but yeah, overall, it's gonna look good. For the most part, these forks really aren't chewed up at all for an eBay find or an eBay purchase. They're in pretty good condition. A few little marks here and there, but for the most part, for them being used, it's not too bad. I'll probably have them blast that too, get rid of all that crap. I'll take a video of this for the before and after, because this thing is so bad, as you guys have seen. And this whole unit here, it's just like a really, really fine white powder, as you can see. Really, really fine. And yeah, there's not really anything to it. But the results really show, and you really, I mean, there's nothing I've ever seen that's like it. Alright, so it's the next day. I ended up leaving last night, and he finished up some of the parts then, and he's gonna do it over the course of the next couple of weeks with my suspension and whatnot. Anyways, he sent me a few pictures that I'll put on the screen right here, along with a video following. They came out really, really good. I like seeing like the side-by-side look. And he pretty much posts all that on like his Instagram. If you want to check him out, I'll have his Instagram on the screen right here. He does all the vapor honing. Cleans up. You guys can look on his Instagram, but I'm sure a lot of you will like that, so definitely give him a follow, check him out. And yeah, other than that, I mean, it's probably gonna be, I'm assuming by the time powder coat and whatnot, I definitely want to have it done by like the first weekend in April, the first week in April. That's my goal for this. I just went today to order some Warp 9 wheels. I had to go to some dealer like 30 minutes from my house, because for some reason Warp 9 doesn't ship to New York and New Jersey. Couldn't tell you why, but they don't ship here. So I had to go to a dealer, order it through them. They're ordering it. He said about a week, maybe 2 weeks for that. But next week, I'm actually going somewhere to ride. You guys will see like probably 5 videos from that. I'm gonna try to daily vlog that. So stay on the lookout for some riding videos next week, and not on the pit bike. So all the people that don't like the pit bike videos, we got some big bike videos coming. And I'm pretty excited about that for some warm weather. Another 2-ish weeks before the next like update on the build, due to me going away and the parts being done and whatnot. And I want to come back to do probably the next build series video. Will be putting the motor back together, because I'm going to order all the motor parts tonight. I'm going to take my time putting it back together. I'm going to have my buddy Mark, Big Bird, help me out put the motor back together, because I am definitely not qualified, nor do I trust myself to put the motor back together and have trust that it's gonna run properly. Not saying I can't do it. I just don't want to like the transmission going back in and everything else, and the gears, and I don't want to mess with it. I'm gonna try to do a little bit, help him out, but for the most part, I want him to do it, because I trust Mark and he knows what he's doing. He's done plenty of these. If you have any recommendations on some parts I should do, I'm gonna place probably one more big order for some parts to come in. As you guys see, I have a whole ton of parts. This whole thing down here is pretty much parts for this 125. So yeah, if you guys have any recommendations, like I said, post your comment down below. Post your comment down below also what you think of the vapor honing, what he's done so far, like the side-by-side look on the cases. I'm very hyped to see the end result, as most of you probably are too, to see what this thing's gonna look like. And yeah, the wheels I just ordered are gonna be sick. It's gonna wrap this video up. I know I didn't get a lot of vapor honing stuff. I tried to kind of film in the container because the water's splashing on the thing, and you didn't really get a really good perspective. Maybe I could have mounted a GoPro inside. I don't even know, because I'm sure the lens will get covered. But off that, if you guys enjoyed it and want to see more, definitely hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up, and off of that, I will see you guys in the next one.